From traditional folk songs and Caribbean beach beats to the classical chords of Europe's grand cities, music is a wonderful soundtrack to our travels. And from being swept along by samba or fired up by flamenco, watching a live dance performance not only makes you feel good, it helps you connect to a destination in a way that nothing else can. Which is why on every Viking journey, river, ocean and expedition, you can look forward to some wonderful music and dance performances. Join us as we explore 10 Viking destinations that epitomize the joy of music and dance. From the first strum of the guitar and rhythmic stamping of the feet, flamenco has the power to create a deeply moving experience. As traditionally Spanish as sangria and sunshine, flamenco is believed to have ancient Indian, Dorian, Moorish and Jewish roots. It has since evolved into a fusion of different styles and is now woven into the fabric of Spain. More than pure dance, the art incorporates singing, guitar, vocals, dance and clapping. And it's this combination of elements, along with lightning-fast footwork and props such as castanets, that create a fiery and feisty performance. But perhaps the most important element of the dance is duende, which can be loosely translated as soul, and which denotes an almost spiritual bond. If the music takes you, which it surely will, feel free to lose or find yourself in the spirit of the dance. Enjoy an optional scenic tour of Malaga with a flamenco performance on our 8-day Iberian Explorer Ocean journey. Turquoise seas, sun-kissed beaches, reggae rhythms and calypso beats make the Caribbean a truly inviting destination. Each of the islands have their own cultural traditions, and you might be lucky enough to come across a carnival, street dance or calypso band while you explore ashore. In San Juan, opt to attend a salsa class, where you can master some basic steps of this fun and energetic dance, followed by a chance to fuel up on mofongo, one of the island's specialty dishes, cooked for you by a local chef. Or in Dominica, discover the history and culture of the indigenous Carib Indians, and be treated to a performance of traditional folk dance. Whatever style of Caribbean music you prefer, from steel pan drums to lively dance hall, there's so much to discover in this colourful region. Explore the Caribbean on our 11-day West Indies Explorer Ocean itinerary. One of the most elegant dances of all time was once, believe it or not, the most scandalous dance in Europe. In 18th century Austria, the waltz was forbidden by the church and authorities because of its intimate, closed hold. The nobility, however, embraced the dance and all the romance that accompanied it. Eventually, Emperor Joseph II opened a few balls to the public, and so began the Austrians' passion for the waltz. Austria is a country that still remembers how to dance, and the ball season in Vienna is a spectacular affair, with hundreds of balls taking place across the city in palatial venues. The original waltz, now called the Viennese waltz, is still a fairy tale favourite on the dance floor. Give it a whirl during an optional excursion. Discover Vienna on our 8-day romantic Danube river journey. carved into the temples of Cambodia's UNESCO-listed temples of Angkor are Apsaras, mythological female spirits of the clouds and waters. Their graceful movements are immortalized by today's Apsara dancers. And during your stay in Siem Reap, you'll be treated to one of these uplifting performances. Apsara performances can be traced back to the 7th century, and the dancers typically recount classical myths or religious tales. During the performance, admire the seamless gestures of these artists and marvel at their gilded and garlanded headdresses, vividly coloured garments, and elaborate bracelets and anklets. As they move through their dance with a trance-like expression, you are sure to be transfixed. See the amazing Apsara dancers on our 15-day magnificent Mekong journey. It takes two to tango, and fans of the Argentine tango will be familiar with the intimacy of this dramatic dance. The performance is full of pathos, and the dancers stay closely connected in a sensual and authentic dance that expresses intense emotions. Tango evolved in the working-class dance halls in the port districts of Buenos Aires, and the songs were laments of heartbreak and longing. What could be more exciting than watching the tango performed in the city where it was born? Join an optional tango show and dinner excursion to a Buenos Aires hotspot on your Viking journey, where professional dancers, singers, and an entire tango orchestra perform an unforgettable show. Explore Buenos Aires on our 19-day South America and Chilean fjords ocean voyage. Fado comes from the Latin word fatum, for fate. Born along the waterfront, in alleys and taverns, the mournful, melancholy songs of Fado speak of life, struggle and passion.
Por ti, chorei e sofri, até fui louca.
The genre originated in Portugal in the early 1800s and quickly took its place as the music of the country.
Não sei se é por ti.
Most Portuguese need but one word to describe Fado, saudade, which loosely translates to longing.
Da minha vida.
Fado é uma paixão, né? O fado nasce já com carreira.
I always say you are born with Fado. Fado is jealousy. Fado is pain. Fado is love and betrayal. Fado is everything that we feel. Even as a child, when I listened to Amália Rodrigues, our queen of Fado, I knew I was destined to follow the same path.
It's been said Fado is actually a window into the soul of the Portuguese people. And after one evening, it's easy to understand why. Fado as an art form is held in such high regard, it's part of the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Fado is sung with such passion that even though it's performed in Portuguese, you'll swear you understand every word. Fado will touch you.
O fado é tudo aquilo.
We all have Fado inside us. We just need to have the courage to let our souls speak to the world. And because many will, Fado will never die.
Come explore Portugal with Viking. Let us share with you this country's fascinating cultural treasures. Experience the music of Fado on our 10-day Portugal's River of Gold itinerary. No one quite knows exactly how or when jazz started, but they do know that it started in New Orleans, where the music scene continues to flourish today. Soulful rhythms spill out of jazz clubs and concert halls along Bourbon Street in the historic French Quarter. The city was home to many a jazz legend, Louis Armstrong, Harry Connick Jr., and Trombone Shorty, to name but a few. In your free time, you could pay tribute to these icons by visiting the statues in the Musical Legends Park, or perhaps attend a private concert featuring trumpeter and bandleader Wendell Brunius and the New Orleans All-Stars. There is also the opportunity to attend a private concert at the home of premier jazz clarinetist Tim Laughlin. Whatever you choose, the lively and spirited music of New Orleans is sure to get your toes tapping. Discover Dixieland Jazz on our 8-day New Orleans and Southern Charms River journey. What began with improvisation centuries ago, we now know as the most extravagant, spellbinding art form the world has ever known. Opera. Opera's passion, intensity, and scale have mesmerized audiences for centuries. Expressing our triumphs and tragedies, opera endures. Opera houses were adopted by the wealthy in the early days and quickly became the playground for aristocrats. But it was opera's appeal to the emotions that helped the art form flourish. And today, opera remains as fascinating, romantic, and enticing as ever. A visit to the timeless Italian city of Venice is the perfect opportunity to experience the best of Italian opera in an atmospheric and elegant setting. Following a leisurely cruise along the Grand Canal and a walk through the historic Cannaregio district, enter the 16th century Palazzo Zeno for an intimate opera performance. Be moved by soaring arias, famous Italian melodies, and spine-tingling vocals during this unforgettable evening. Enjoy an evening at the opera on our 15-day Ancient Adriatic Treasures ocean journey. In the 13th century, while most Turkish Muslims worshipped in iconic mosques, an entirely new display of praise began to gather a following. Known as the Sema ritual, it was the vision of Sufi master Rumi. The purpose, to honor Allah and chronicle the spiritual path man must take on the journey to enlightenment. Samarkandis from the Mevlevi order of whirling dervishes are the only ones allowed to perform the ceremony. It's captivating for us, but meant for the heavens. A powerful display performed in a trance-like state.
While we whirl, we say Allah. It's the name of the God. We don't think anything about our family, our work, other people, just Allah.
With unwavering focus, the Samarkand complete as many as 2,000 turns during the Sema ritual. Every spin, every body position is a deliberate, intentional gesture meant to honor God and embrace His benevolence.
Right hand looks to sky, and the other looks to around. It's the symbolize that comes from the God. We should share with people.
The Sufi Mevlevi order was outlawed in 1925 and is still technically illegal. But the right to perform the Sema ritual was reinstated in 1954. Turkey's Whirling Dervishes ritual is such a rare treasure that it is one of UNESCO's masterpieces of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. We look forward to sharing Istanbul's many hidden treasures with you. See a mesmerizing performance by the Whirling dervishes on our 8-day ancient Mediterranean treasures ocean journey. Exploring the culture of all the destinations you visit is something you can look forward to on every Viking journey, and that includes being treated to mesmerizing music and dance performances, both on shore and on board your ship. On your Viking river ship, relax in the lounge to the sounds of the resident pianist and singer performing classic tunes. Or on your Viking ocean ship, choose to watch a show in the Star Theatre, or enjoy the sounds of the classical trio playing in the atrium after dinner. Wherever you choose to travel, we hope you'll enjoy a journey enriched by memorable musical moments.